here everyone with another brand new Opentoonz tutorial. This time, I'll be offering a tutorial based on a request I got. How to make a bouncing effect using a PNG picture. So, without any further delay, let's start animating.
Previously on
UI design. For this tutorial, all you're going to need is a PNG picture for the object you would like to make a bouncing animation for. After adding it to your project page, we will start by explaining the start of this video, and that is centering. Change to the animate tool and set it on center. As you can see, there is a small circle in the middle of the photo. This circle is the core of the object, which means it is the point that allows the system to understand where the animation is supposed to move toward. Allow me to show you the difference by making a simple animation to both cases. One with the default centering and the other one is with the edge centering, which is the one we are going to use in this tutorial. Notice in the middle centering one that the image is scaling toward the middle. However, when it's on the edge, it will go down below. And that is exactly what we need and will help us make the bouncing as realistic as possible. Now, it is time to start animating. Stretch your timeline to suit your project. For me, I'll make it 24 frames. Switch to the animate tool to position. Then move ahead and highlight the placement of the ball on the timeline. When you are done, you can hit play to see how it's ended up looking. The ball is moving up and down, alright. But it is very stiff and boring, don't you think? Here is where things becomes interesting. This time, switch your animate tool from position to scale. Then, make sure that the lock icon next to both H and V is unlocked. Why? So we can make a bounce. Move your timeline indicator a bit behind the second key and create a new keyframe. Then, change the edge percentage from 100 to 80 to make the ball shrink horizontally due to the gravity. Then, move toward the next keyframe and return the edge to 100, but change the V to 50. This will make the ball shrink vertically to show the power reflected on it from getting hit on the floor. After that, go back to the first keyframe and just return the edge to 100. I will also move my second keyframe closer to the third one to make the animation smoother. Now, apply a fourth keyframe after the third one and make the edge 50 while the V 100 again. Last but not least is the last keyframe, which we will only return both its edge and V to 100. Hit play to check your animation and make further adjustments if needed to. With the admiring session over, it is time for our next step. Select all keyframe on your timeline, right-click, and choose the last icon called Function Editor. Boom! Lots of numbers that makes our head go dizzy. But don't worry, it's not as hard as you think. Look, if you stare very carefully, you will notice that every column refers to the part we can animate. There is an X and a Y for the position animation, and the scale one, which is the H and V. In another word, the system has turned our visual animation to numbers. Our last step for this tutorial will be in the Y column. Clicking on it will get it fully highlighted. Then, on the right side of the window, there is a small icon that will open up another window with a chart with red lines. All we have to do here is right-click on every red line, then choose Ease In, Ease Out effect, which will cause the animation to start off with a quick movement, but slow down in the end. Compared to the previous animation, this one looks much more smoother, don't you think? This effect really did add a bonus to our work. With this, our bouncing ball tutorial's done. A full animation with only a PNG image. No art skill required. If you have any further questions or any technique you wish to learn using Opentoonz, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to check out my Buy Me Coffee, which showcase tons of project and design I made inspired from video games. See you in my next video. Yui is out.